I've got a lovely sunflower card to show you, and I want to show you the sunflower bouquet die set and all the things you can do with that. So I will introduce the dies we'll be using. Here from the Finishing Touches is the sunflower bouquet. I'm going to use the stitched hills and clouds. I'm going to use the clouds for a little stenciling and the hills on the bottom of our card. And we're cutting some frames with the Noble Collection double stitched rectangles. Okay, so first thing I want to do is a little bit of inking. So I've cut one of the clouds. I'm going to bring in some Tumbled Glass Distress ink and a Smoothie, and I'll just give you a quick measurement on this before I start. It is 5 1/8 by just under 6.5 inches, okay? So I'm going to start down at the bottom, even though they probably won't show. That way I can kind of get an idea of how much ink I've got here, and if I need to add more, take some away. Just going to move it up a little bit as I go. Change the direction of it. There we go. Just keep moving your stencil a little bit and you'll pick up that cloud look going across, so you can kind of see where they are. Move it a little bit more, add in some ink there. There we go. Maybe a little bit across the top here. I like that. Pop that to the side. So you can see you've got just a really lovely soft cloud look going on. So next what we're going to do is glue on some of our stitched hills. I've cut these out of milk card, and I've done one taller than the other. A little bit of glue, and pop that one right on the bottom. There we go. And one on top of that. Okay. That's centered on there. Right, now what I want to do is take the center out of this. So I'm going to cut the center with the double stitched rectangle. So let me center that right onto it. Tape it into place. Just get that as even as possible. Okay, so what that will allow us to do is to keep the continuity of those hills going as we cut this. I'm going to bring this up, give it a run through, and I'm going to actually turn it the other direction because we're cutting through 3 pieces of card here, so I want to make sure that we've got it cut well. There we go. You might even need to take a craft knife if your card is quite thick. Let's see how we did. Yeah, I think that's going to need another pass or a, let me see, might be able to tease this out, and we'll just use a craft knife. Finish it off. There we go. And this piece here. There we go. I'm going to bring over a little cutting mat and my craft knife. And the reason is you've got a nice cut through 2 pieces. You've got 3 pieces of card down here on the bottom. So I'm just going to pop that out along that cut line. Right into the corner. Okay, that should do the trick. There we go. Okay, pop that over to the side. Now, the reason I've done it this way is I wanted the continuity between those hills, and I'm going to raise this piece up with some mounting foam. Pop that into place. Okay, put one more in the center. And we're going to add the outer ring onto another frame. So I'll just use a bit of glue for that. And that'll give us a base piece. There we go. Okay, So now I can bring this one and raise it up, put it back into place, and your hills will continue along. There we go, that looks pretty good. Bring this piece over. In fact, I've got a frame I've cut just to put that right over the edge of that. Might need to trim a little bit at the top there. I'm just going to center that. Excuse me, while I lean into it and just sort of make sure I've got it nice and even. Going around. That looks pretty good. There we go, like that. Bring over our backing piece. Just do a little bit of glue here. Pop that into place. Gone with a white on white backing on that one. Okay, so now we can work forward from our sunflower. Now what I wanted to show you was I've cut a couple of pieces of the sunflower. I'm going to use a little bit of walnut stain here. Just hit the edges with a little bit of color here just to accent them. And I'm going to glue them together. One's larger than the other, so they'll just offset ever so slightly. And I've cut a centerpiece out of chestnut card. I'm going to pop that right in the middle. And then I will show you what we're going to do with that. Give that a second. I've got some medium sized microbeads here. They're a little bit larger than the regular size. And what I'm going to do is pop some dry clear glue right in the middle of that sunflower. Nice and thick. There we go. And just sprinkle these right into the glue. Just till it's nice and coated. Okay, so you'll have what looks like that sort of sunflowery look. So when that dries, this is what you'll have. And it just looks so good on the sunflower. I've also taken and cut 2 stems just to give myself a larger sunflower for a focal element. I've glued them together, so I'm going to pop them down. Just put one right on top of the other, and I'm just going to glue the stem. And we're going to leave a little room for the flower, and just right about like so. There we go. And right where that little catch piece is, we are going to glue another leaf like it's coming out from there. Just to cover it a tiny bit. Pop that into place. Give that a second. Put our sunflower on the top. Bit of glue. That looks so cute there. There you are. So let that dry for a second. I've done 3 more of varying sizes. So we can put these on with some glue dots and we can sort of arrange them. I find that's easier that way. So I've got 2 of the same size. So I'll just offset them in the corner. Like that. And I've got one that's a little bit smaller. There's several different sizes on the set, so you've got a nice arrangement that you can use down in the corner. Some of the leaves I've just cut in green. We're going to just tuck those underneath with a little bit of glue, just popping out different areas here. There we go. And you've got some going some direction and some going the other direction, so really nice variety of what you need. Those down. A couple more. It's nice having a little bit of greenery coming from your flowers. And put one this direction. And our sentiment. So I've cut the Get Well Soon and I've doubled it. So we will start with the top word here. I'm going to add a little bit of spray glue to the back. And that will fit right on the top nicely. Give that a second. Go to the well. Put that right in the middle. And the last word here Whoops, get a hold of that. And soon. There we go. And there you have it. I think that's a lovely card for anybody that's feeling a little under the weather. Hope you've enjoyed the video and look for us on our YouTube channel. We have so many more there for you.